This high bed makes me look a lot taller. Doesn't have the sweat lines though. What's up, guys? It's Jesse back with What Now Society. So sorry, it's been a little while since I've got a chance to record a video. More going on than I'd even get into explaining, but I'm here today. I want to give you a couple updates on some things I've done to the van. Unfortunately, just the way things have been going, in order for me to get the van done, and why, I'll explain in a minute, why I had to get it to a functional point and different things, I didn't have time to make videos while I was doing the last maybe like 2 things. So I'm going to show you that today. I'm getting a little bit of detail about what I did, how I did it, just won't be able to show that today. So I took the van out for its first maiden voyage trip this weekend. So it's Sunday. I got back this morning. I headed out for 3 days at Racetown Lake, which is near about an hour from my house, near me. And I had it out there, took it out, and was camping with some friends and their family. And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. You'll get to see in a minute. This behind me, which is a couch, is also my bed. I'll get to that in a minute. So I got my bed installed, picked it up and installed it, and got to spend the weekend. Now, thankfully, the weather was beautiful. So it was nice and warm during the day, but in the night it was nice and cool. There was electrical available at the site, so I brought a fan, but I didn't even use it. Left the windows open in the van, the ventilation, like air circulated really, really well, and I slept great both nights. First 2 nights sleeping in the van. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. It was surreal, which is like, people were thinking, oh, you just slept in your car, how's that surreal? It was surreal. You know, I have, since way before, you know, I started this channel way before I started this process, but this channel was started for the same reason as it is being used now, if that makes sense, in a long round way. So when I started the channel, I had the same goal as I do now, and one of those enormous goals was accomplished this weekend. I wanted to be able to have a functional van that I could take and travel and be independent with, and I did that, and that is huge, huge for me. Like, I wish I could, I mean, it's a weekend trip, I'm back in my driveway, I gotta go to work tomorrow, but still a huge, huge, huge accomplishment for me. So I'm really, really excited. So yeah, so in order to do that, I had to get the van up to snuff, and I had to get it functional. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So let me show you a few things around the van, and then I'll come back and we'll chat a little bit more. Alright, so the van is a disaster right now. I just got back, like I said, from a trip. I got it all cleaned up and organized, and then I suddenly had an epiphany about how I wanted to do the walls, which, if you've watched these videos, has been a big struggle for me. So I kind of had an epiphany about how I'm going to do the walls, and I actually started them. I'll give you a sneak peek of them here at the end, but I really want to focus on the things that I've completed before I show you those, because I'll make a whole video about how I do the walls. So yeah, let me kind of give you a quick pan around. So first of all, there's a couch, which I know you saw in the last shot, but there is now a couch installed in the van, and let me back out so you can see it in perspective. Yeah. So what I did, and just for the record, I know this looks kind of sloppy, the couch is actually coming out so I can do the finish work in here, but just for, because they went on the trip, I did put the couch in. So these are the stands, and some of my camping stuff still in here. These are the stands that I built to put the couch on, which is actually a futon, so it's actually my bed as well. I don't lay on it like that, it does fold down. So all they are is rectangular braces that I put on each side, exact same size. They go around the wheel well, and then they're bolted down, and the couch or futon just sits on there. So I'm actually going to pull these out, and see this support bar right here. I'm going to move that support bar just because it looks bad. So yeah, that's what that's going to be. That's going to be all pulled out, and then I will give you a sneak preview of the walls. It's not going to look like much because I just started them an hour ago. If you want like a perspective photo, check out my Instagram. I took like one at a weird angle that kind of gives you an idea like what it'll look like when it's done. So anyways, there is the start of the wall paneling. Maybe I can do that same perspective shot. There we go. So that's what the wall paneling will look like if you can use your imagination once it's all done. Alright, so there it is. And yeah, so what I decided to do is I fought with myself for weeks about how to secure it. All these are secured. Well, this is repurposed barnwood, and it's really, really light and kiln dried and really, really thin. All it is screwed into the window frame. See these screws here? There's more screws underneath this trim piece. This was just kind of a test. It's screwed right into this window frame. It already has a ton of holes in it. And yeah, so when it's all done, it'll be nice and framed out and looking nice and pretty. And I don't have to do any finish work on it because it's already stained and treated barnwood. So yeah, and then I guess, you know, you saw the floors. I don't know if that shot's good because I don't have the camera turned around, but the floors are all in. Trims in for the floors. I use the same barnwood on the trim on the floors, so that's pretty much done. I'm sorry, the van is a disaster. I just started throwing stuff together and now I gotta clean up and go to bed. Get ready to go to bed because I gotta go back to work tomorrow. So let me show you a back view of exactly what this is gonna look like. So yeah, if I can get it open here. So yeah, here's the same there's a piece of wood I dropped in there. Braces, like I said, some of my camping stuff is still on here. And then this futon is on like a sprocket, and it releases. Come on. There we go. And it folds down into a full bed. Well, a twin bed. And it's super, super comfortable. So yeah, I'm gonna pause the video here, and then I'm gonna get cleaned up, and then I'll wrap up the video before I get inside. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, well I just parked the van for the night, got cleaned up in here and outside with my tools and everything, and sorry for the noise. I remember I live on a on a busy road, so I'm just gonna get the video wrapped up here. Like I said, not really that great of a video as far as information or anything like that. I just have been getting a lot of things accomplished with the van and doing a lot of cool things with the van already, and so I wanted to take the chance to share some of that with you. So this week is ridiculous at work. It is a ridiculous week. However, I am still going to do my best to work in the evenings, and my goal is to get all those walls up and paneled so that this weekend I have to work Saturday, but Sunday I can pull that bed back out, pull that framing back out, and do some finish work there. In the back there, those back corners, I've been fighting myself in my head with how I'm going to panel those. I think I'm not going to panel them. I think I'm just going to put big standing cabinets there, so that way I can hang my clothes and things, and that's a lot of wasted space back there anyways, because you have the gas intake, and you also have the old HVAC unit that I'm not taking out because I'm not draining all that stuff. I've watched how-to videos of how to do it on these G20s. I'm not doing it. I don't I might be, you know, a little thrifty with how I'm learning to do stuff as I build this van, but I'm not a mechanic, and there's no way I can I can take an HVAC unit out and drain coolants. No way. So it's staying in there, whatever. It's the only thing I didn't take out that I wanted to, but whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna put 2 standing cabinets in the back in the corners, and I just watched, if you watch Bob Wells is like the grandfather of Vanlife. He just did a video on how to scribe walls, so check that out. If you're putting walls into a van and you're trying to get your angles down, like this angle here, he shows you how to scribe them, and that's what I'm going to use to put in the bulkheads for the sides of my, I'm going to use that video to put in the bulkheads for the sides of my cabinetry. So yeah, look for another video later this week with me finishing out the wall paneling here, when it looks a little bit more like something. I'm going to finish this one off camera so that I make sure that I don't screw it up. When that one's done, I'll show it to you at the beginning of that next video, and then on the other 2 windows, I'll show you those as kind of how-to instructional video of how I put them up. So anyways, guys, thank you so much always, as I say, for the support. Like, share, and subscribe if you want. If not, that's cool. And as always, thanks for coming along with me on the ride of getting this van done. I am seeing some light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm really excited. So I'm gonna also try to add in some of the kind of theory and the personality and things like that into this channel, of the reason why I did this, why I'm here, and where I'm going. Just kind of, you know, eventually I'm gonna finish this van, and I don't want to end this channel with that. So I want to start leading into that, because I'm starting to, you know, ready to move on to another chapter here in the semi-near future. So alright guys, have a great rest of the week. Thanks for tuning in, and peace out.